So good afternoon. Good afternoon, one and all.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. So in the yesterday class we are seeing how the electrical conduction of the signals from hot to from hot how the signals are flowing from sinusoidal node to atrioventricular node to ventricles. So electrical conduction system of the heart was seen in the yesterday class. So those impulses or pulses will travel to the heart, and also those signals will be travel to entire body. The signals also, those signals will be travel to the body. It will reaches to extreme parts of the body. So coming to this one, so today electrocardiography. The topic is electrocardiography, and so it is nothing but how we can collect the electrocardiogram, means how we can record the electrocardiogram, and how we can analyze what are the what are the different recorders are there, ECG machine. Okay, so that we will study in electrocardiography. So what is the waveform represents? What are different what are different potentials? So how the time is between one wave to another wave. So what it represents, that we will see in electrocardiography. And coming to today's discussion, so this is electrocardiogram. So we can say it is already you are studied in first unit. So electrocardiogram. So it is so all of you getting this figure clearly?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
If there is any voice or video problems, you can raise. Okay. If there is any problem with the audio and video. Okay. So coming to electrocardiogram. Electrocardiogram is a waveform or a signal, so which is generated from the heart, and generally here we have P, Q, R, S, T, U. So it is one cycle. It is one cycle of the electrocardiogram. So again, from the last of the U, again the P waveform will start. P, Q, R, S, J, T, U. So generally this waveform is called as PQRS T waveform. PQRS T U waveform. So in this, the very important wave is QRS waveform. QRS. QRS waveform is the main consideration, and second consideration is the P wave. how this P wave is obtained and QRS waveforms. So this QRS waveform is called as complex QRS complex waveform. QRS complex waveform. Okay, QRS complex waveform. This waveform, this is one cycle. Okay, so how this waveform will be obtained? See here. So the first one is the P waveform. This is the P waveform having some amplitude and having certain amount of time period. If this elapsed time, it is having this amount of the magnitude. And one more thing, we can see that the potentials which are generated from the pacemaker or sinoatrial node, and those signals or impulses are having certain magnitude and having spatial direction. So it is those signals we can consider as a vector form, vector signals. The impulses which are generated from the heart will be considered as an vector form, vector signals. Vector signals having magnitude as well as the time, or magnitude as well as the direction, not time, magnitude as well as the direction of the movement. So this direction of the movement and amplitude, they will be changes with respect to time. So the my intention is to explain that the magnitude of waveform and time, the magnitude of waveform and direction, both will be placed and those will be formed as vector, and those variables, magnitude as well as the direction, both will be changes with respect to time. Time to time it will be changes. Okay, so that is the main. So in this, the first one, P waveform. So that P waveform, how it will be generated? So it is atrial depolarization or contraction. Its amplitude is here. The generated voltages are in terms of millivolts. Please remember this one. It is in millivolts, 0.25 millivolts. And P wave duration. P wave duration is 0.122 to 0.22 seconds. These are in seconds. Okay, so that much of time it will take for generation of P wave. So what is the depolarization? Depolarization or contraction. So in first interaction in biopotentials, generation of biopotentials, we are seeing repolarization, depolarization. So by the imbalance of the ions in the cells, there is a potential, action potential will be generated. By the action potential, that cell will be depolarized. So imbalance of the ions present in the cells causes action potential. Due to that action potential, the generated potential is depolarized potential. We can call it as depolarization. So initially assume that a cell is there. So there is ions inside and outside. So there is no movement between the ions inside and outside of this cell. And at that moment, we can say it is a resting cell. At that moment, we can say it is a resting cell. And the potential is resting potential. Resting potential. You suppose you are given some excitation voltage, some excitation pulse to the cells. What happens? There is a movement of ions through the cell membrane, and due to that, there is imbalance between the ions that leads to more charge carriers coming from the inside to the outside. That makes the cell potential at the outside is having higher value. it producing higher ions will be travels from inside to outside. That makes outside of the cell having higher potential. So in such situation, we can say the cell is depolarized. Depolarized. After certain amount of time, again the ions will try to rebalance. So in such situation, again there is an imbalance of ions which takes place. Again the cell will be comes to normal state or resting state. The process of getting from action potential to or depolarization to resting stage is nothing but the repolarization. Repolarization. So depolarization means by some excitation voltage or some excitation, the potential is producing higher voltage, positive voltage, and after certain amount of time, the ions will be try to balance the cell, and due to that, the cell again gets to the resting state. The from depolarization to resting state is known as the repolarization. Okay, so here it is atrial depolarization or contraction. So by some external from atrioventricular node, sinus node, that is pacemaker. The pacemaker will be give some impulses, and due to that, the atrial will be depolarized. Atrium. So right atrium, left ventricle, left atrium we have. So those atriums will be depolarized. So it produces some voltage. So that voltage is around 0.25 volts. Okay, and R waveform. The second one is QRS, complex waveform. We can call it as an R waveform. R waveform. So R wave, it is because of repolarization of the atria and the depolarization of the ventricles. Repolarization of the atria, it means the atria comes to the resting state. The atria will comes to resting state, and depolarization of the ventricles. Ventricles will be depolarized. It means the ventricles will be contracted, and due to that, it produces an voltage of 1.6 millivolts, and its duration is 0.07 to 0.1. 0.07 to 0.1. And similarly, T wave. So T wave is this one. Okay. So here J is a small amount. Okay, that is not a considerable. So T wave is ventricular repolarization. Now the ventricles will be relaxed. So that makes relaxation of myocardium. Okay, and its amplitude is 0.1 to 0.5 millivolts. Okay, and the duration is 0.05 to 0.15. It is known as ST interval. They are considering ST interval. And ST interval, ventricular contraction. Due to ventricular contraction, it will be happen. And U wave. This is U wave. So slow repolarization of the intraventriculars, that is Purkinje fibers are there. No? So those will be repolarized. So they are also comes to resting state. Again, the cardiac cycle will again starts from the sinus node. Again, P wave will be starts, and after that R wave will be generated. Like that, the sequence of the cardiac output, we can say it is a cardiac output, cardiac waveform will be generated. So there is an analysis how in which situation there is a problem with the heart. If the duration of the P wave is greater than 0.22, if the duration of the P wave is greater than 0.22 seconds, so then there is a first heart attack situation will come. it is first heart attack. So there is some attack. First heart attack means all of you know that heart attack. Okay, and next one R waveform. So suppose in this case the waveform time duration, the waveform time duration of the R wave is greater than 0.1, it leads to severe heart attack. Severe heart attack. Okay, if the time duration is greater than 0.1 seconds of the R wave, that gives to severe attack, severe heart attack, severe heart attack. Okay, so from this, the doctors who will diagnose the waveform durations and amplitude, and from that they will be identify the severeness of the patient and severeness of the heart condition. Okay, because the generated signals will be travels to entire body. Okay, and coming to next one. So to measure these biopotentials or is electrocardiogram, so we have to use the electrodes. Electrodes are leads. We can use the electrodes or leads. So generally, limb electrodes are used. Limb electrodes. These limb electrodes will be attached to. See here. So this is the right side of the body and this is the left side of the body. So this is the at the wrist. So we will connect one limb lead here. This is another limb lead, and below we have here that is we will connect to right leg and left leg. Okay. So limb leads are connected to the to four positions of the human body or our body. Okay. So and one chest electrode. Okay, at the chest we will place one electrode, and there is a representation of the colors of these leads, these electrodes. So color and code. So white corresponds to right arm. So every time we have to connect in this manner only. So for the right arm, the white colored electrode, left arm black color electrode, and right leg it is green, left leg it is red, and chest it is brown color. So it is universal standard representation of connection of the leads electrodes to the body while measuring the ECG waveform. Okay. So here we have different lead configurations. So here generally the wires which are connected to these electrodes are also called as leads. Lead wire. Lead wire. This is electrode. Electrode is connected to some wire, and that wire is also called as lead wire. Okay. To record the ECG waveform, so generally we will use these three types of recording electrode systems. So here usually surface electrodes are used with jelly as electrolyte between skin and electrodes. So first of all, fixing the electrode to the arms and legs, we have to use some jelly which will act as an electrolyte between the electrode and the skin. Okay, so and the potentials generated in the heart are conducted to the body surface. The potentials which are generated from the heart, which will travels through the body surface. And here we have three types of electrode system. With these three types of electrode system, the entire information of the ECG waveform will be recorded. So the first one is bipolar limb leads or standard limb leads, And second one is augmented unipolar limb leads. Second one is augmented unipolar limb leads. And third one is chest leads or precordial leads. Okay, there are three types of electrode systems are used to measure the ECG waveform or electrocardiogram. Okay, the first one, see here. So for here we are using the first type of the electrode system is bipolar limb leads, standard leads 1, 2, standard leads 1, lead 2 and lead 3. Okay, so first of all we will see how we can record. So for that we have to use the amplifier. What type of amplifier you can use? Differential amplifier. For the differential amplifier we will connect two potentials. So this is the one potential and this is the another potential which is connected to, it is an op amp. Okay, so differential amplifier will be considered to amplify the generated voltage, and these two difference voltage will be amplified and it will produce as the output. Okay, so here this line is indicates a vector line. So for the lead 1 configuration, we have to collect the voltage generated between left arm and right arm. For the lead 1 configuration, we have to get the information of the voltage which is generated between left, this is the left arm and right arm. Okay, so this is the positive and this is the negative, and difference of these two potentials will be amplified and you will get the output voltage. And for the lead 2 configuration, so this is left, it is voltage between left leg and right arm, and see another connection is there. So this connection is nothing but it will be used as a ground reference terminal, ground reference electrode. We can say it is a ground reference electrode. So always in ECG measurements or recording, the right leg is always considered as a ground reference electrode. Please remember this one. The right leg is always considered as a ground reference. So that's why the electrode which is connected to right leg is connected to the ground. And with respect to this reference voltage only, so we will get the output voltage. For all the cases, the right leg is always used for the ground reference. Okay, so this lead 2 is between left leg and the right arm. See here, left leg is positive and this is the negative. And similarly, for lead 3 configuration, so left leg and left arm. Left leg is positive and left arm is the negative. And below figure, you can observe that the output waveforms or ECG waveforms obtained for the lead positions, these lead configurations. For the first lead configuration, the waveform is like this, and for the second configuration is the waveform is like this. It means what I am going to say is, if you can observe the QRS waveform, so in each configuration of the leads, so we will get the ECG waveform. This is the ECG waveform. This is the ECG waveform. Okay. So lead 2 configuration produces the QRS waveform when compared to other two configurations. lead to configuration produces QRS waveform. See here, this waveform is around 2 millivolts in the representation. So here it is only for lead 1 it is only 1, and here it is around 1.5. Okay, so here why it is getting higher value in lead 2, why it is getting higher value when compared to others means, if you can observe, for the lead 2 we can measure the potential voltage between left leg and right arm. So left leg and right arm. This generally we can see this is generated. The heart is generally present on the left side of the human body, and the generated pulses will travel straight to the left leg. You can observe that the generated pulses in the left side of the heart will be straightly flows to the left leg when compared to right leg. Okay, so that's why you can get the higher value when compared to other type of the configuration. And right leg is as a ground reference electrode. You can always say that right leg is used as a ground reference electrode. Okay, and so that's why here there is a arrows are there. See here, this is one arrow, and this is another arrow. This is the another arrow. So this arrow indicates the lead 1 direction, and this is the lead 2 configuration direction, and this is the lead 3 configuration. It means the voltage between these terminals, which will form as a, and if you combine these through these three uh, directions, it will form as a triangle. See here, so with the right arm, left arm, and left leg. This is the lead 1 configuration, which is measured between left arm and right arm, and lead 2 is between left leg and right arm, and lead 3 is between left leg and left arm. So these are the potentials which are produced between the three parts of the body with reference to right leg. So when we combine these vector forms of the voltages, we will get a cardiac vector. So this cardiac vector, which represents the position of the heart. So the pulse generated from the heart and directions it leads. So the ninth one is he is the person. He was identified these configurations. The ninth one, by his name only, this triangle is called as Einthoven triangle. Einthoven triangle. So the vector sum of the projections on all the three sides is equal to 0. Vector sum of the projections in all the three sides is equals to 0. But the R wave amplitude of lead 2 is equals to sum of the R wave amplitudes of lead 1 and lead 3. Okay, so here previously I was told that lead 2 is producing higher value when compared to other. In such situation you can say that is the voltage generated by the lead 2 is equals to sum of the lead 1 and lead 3. So V2, this is V2, the lead voltage 2 is equals to potential generated by lead 1 and potential generated by the lead 3. So summation of 1 and 2 voltages are equals to lead 2 potential, and that potential is corresponds to R wave amplitude. So R wave amplitude is the generated R wave in lead 2 is equals to the sum of the R wave amplitudes generated in lead 1 and lead 3. Okay. So, and this is also one of the important you may get in competitive exams. And the next one is augmented unipolar limb leads. So in previously we are connected the potentials from two positions of the body. So one potential from left arm, right arm, and left leg, like that. We'll consider the individual potentials. So with that, we'll get the uh, two two potentials are directly amplified by the differential amplifier. And coming to augmented unipolar limb leads, in this we will join the we will consider one potential with respect to other two potentials are joined together, and it will be connected to the negative terminal of the op amp. So with this we will get the effectively we will get the output voltage from the uh, from this particular electrode RA. So the first one is, see here. So in this case we will select any one. Well, these leads are called as lead AVR, lead AVL, lead AVF, lead AVR. So AVR means augmented voltage right arm, augmented voltage right arm, and lead AVL is augmented voltage of left arm, the voltage which is obtained from the left arm, and lead AVF, so augmented voltage from foot. So in this case also the right leg is always ground reference point, and right leg electrode is always used for reference voltage. So with this, here also we will get the potential. This will be used as an reference value. With respect to this, we will measuring the other potentials. In this case, unipolar, only single potential will be obtained from this one. Okay. So coming to here, um, RA is right arm, LA is left arm, LL is left leg. Okay. So from this, uh, here this is unipolar. So we will get only one single electrode output with respect to others. So these resistors are having small input impedance. Okay. So when compared to this one. And we can also represent the generated voltage with the these limb leads with the bipolar limb leads. So the voltage, augmented voltage uh, with the right arm is nothing but the minus of lead 1, the voltage produced from the in the bipolar lead potentials V1 minus the lead 3 potential by 2. So that is equals to AVR, the voltage or potential which is produced from the for the combination of AVR. And similarly AVL, the potential which is produced by the augmented voltage of the left arm. So that is the potential. This is the lead 1 potential. Lead 1, lead 2, lead 3 are those are represents the bipolar limb lead potentials. Those are represents bipolar limb lead potentials, and these are comparing with the augmented lead voltages. So the augmented voltage left arm is that potential is represented in terms of the potential produced, the V1 potential, that is lead 1 potential minus lead 2 potential divided by 2. And similarly, the augmented voltage for the foot, left foot, is equals to so the lead 2 potential minus lead 1 potential by 2. Okay, like this we will be. And coming to so the last type of the lead system is so unipolar chest leads. Unipolar chest leads. So in this case, we will place 6 leads, 6 electrodes in different positions of the chest. So unipolar chest leads. So V1 to V6. Here we have 6 electrodes, and these 6 electrodes are placed in these different positions. So V1, V2, V3, V4, V5 and V6. Okay, so by placing in the different places, so we will collect that entire voltage. We will collect that entire voltage, and so different, and also we will use the other combinations also connected to connected to negative terminal of the op amp, and the right leg is always connected as a ground reference, and with this we will get the output voltage. So the augmented voltage, voltage leads and these unipolar chest leads, these two are identified by Wilson, and these are called as Wilson electrode system, and it is also called as Wilson